Hello and welcome to Selfcademy, where we help you improve your English while learning about the world. Today, we're diving into a hot topic, tariffs. What are they? How do they work? And what exactly is the Trump administration doing with them? Let's get started. What are tariffs? A tariff is a tax that a government puts on goods coming from another country. Think of it like this. If the U.S. buys steel from another country and there's a tariff, the U.S. company has to pay extra money to import that steel. Governments use tariffs to protect local businesses from foreign competition, raise money for the government. Tariffs are not new. Countries have used them for hundreds of years, but today they are a big part of the global economy and politics. How do tariffs work? Let's break it down with an example. Imagine the U.S. adds a 25% tariff on imported steel. That means if a company in the U.S. wants to buy $1,000 of steel from China, it has to pay $250 extra in tariffs. So the total cost becomes $1,250. That's a lot more expensive. Now the U.S. company might think, this imported steel is too pricey. Let's buy American-made steel instead. And that's the point. The government is trying to push companies to buy locally, which helps U.S. factories and workers. How do tariffs affect prices and jobs? Tariffs can help some people, but hurt others. The good side, when tariffs protect local industries, factories might stay open. Jobs might be saved and local businesses can compete better. The bad side, but tariffs also raise prices. That same company now has to pay more for steel. They might raise their own prices. And guess who pays more in the end? You, the customer. Also, if other countries get angry, they might put tariffs on U.S. products too. That can hurt U.S. farmers and exporters, who now sell fewer goods overseas. So, it's a balancing act. Protect jobs here, but possibly raise costs and lose business elsewhere. What is Trump's administration doing now? When Donald Trump was president, he believed other countries were taking advantage of the U.S. He especially pointed to China, saying they sold goods cheaply and hurt American factories. To fight back, Trump's administration put big tariffs on steel, aluminum, and many Chinese products, started a trade war, especially with China, pulled the U.S. out of some trade agreements. Trump's team said, "We want fair trade, not free trade." They believed tariffs would force other countries to play fair. Some industries supported this. They felt protected. But others, like farmers and automakers, struggled with the higher costs and fewer sales. What is the president's goal? Trump's goal was to bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S., reduce America's trade deficit when the U.S. buys more from other countries than it sells, punish countries that don't follow fair trade rules. He wanted the world to respect U.S. strength in trade and to renegotiate deals to be more favorable for America. Why does it matter to people around the world? Tariffs don't just affect one country, they change global trade. When the U.S. adds tariffs, other countries respond. This creates tension, price hikes, and sometimes economic slowdowns. For example, a Chinese factory may sell less, a German car becomes more expensive, a U.S. farmer loses a big customer overseas. So even if you're not in the U.S., these decisions can still impact your job, your prices, or your economy. What happens next with the economy? That's the big question. Some economists say tariffs help the short term, but hurt in the long run. Others say they're needed to fight unfair practices like low wages or government help in other countries. Today, the U.S. still has many tariffs in place, especially against China. Presidents after Trump may keep some, remove others, or try new strategies. But one thing is clear. Tariffs are now a big part of the trade conversation, and they're not going away soon. Thanks for listening to Selfcademy. Now you know what tariffs are, and what Trump's administration did with them. We hope this helped you learn English and understand the real-world impact of global trade. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe for more. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning.